If you think scandals die when their villain does, think again. Because this story just got a multi-billion-dollar sequel, and Wall Street is sweating through its tailored suits. This isn't about conspiracy. This is about money, the banks that moved it, and the system that let one man operate above the law for decades. So let's crack the vault open. 10 revelations proving the system didn't fail. It worked exactly as designed. 1. JP Morgan flagged him in 2002, long before Netflix docu-obsession. Before island became its own keyword, JP Morgan Chase internally flagged Epstein's account activity. They saw smoke and shrugged like, maybe someone's just barbecuing? They documented suspicious movement, but nothing meaningful happened because money talks and compliance whispers. When your bank calls your cash suspicious, you're not banking, you're laundering. 2. 1 billion plus in questionable transfers. Newly released reports show Epstein-linked accounts moved over $1 billion through the banking system, and not the polite kind of money. The "where did that come from" kind. SARS, suspicious activity reports, piled up like Costco receipts, yet the party never stopped. Billions in motion. Banks alert. Nothing changes. If billion-dollar red flags don't shut down accounts, what does? 3. Familiar megabanks quietly helped. Epstein held accounts at HSBC and Goldman Sachs, the financial equivalent of staying at a Four Seasons while under investigation. These aren't backyard banks. These are Fort Knox with marble floors. Yet somehow, doors stayed open, money flowed, everyone smiled. Maybe banks didn't miss it. Maybe they just didn't mind. Now let's take this global. 4. A global web with Russian banking threads. His money moved offshore like it had a passport. Reports connect flows to Russian institutions, including Alpha Bank and Sberbank. This wasn't guy with an account. This was a world tour of shadow finance. Wires jumping borders, shell companies stacking like Legos. Nobody asking, why does this guy need Swiss routing at 3 a.m.? Still think he operated solo? Let's talk social capital. 5. Wall Street power players in the orbit. Unsealed records show ties to Leon Black, Glenn Dubin, and trusts linked to Leslie Wexner. Epstein understood something critical. Money builds wealth, but connections build immunity. His biggest asset wasn't cash, it was credibility, borrowed from recognizable names who gave him legitimacy. Even if they didn't participate, their proximity made him look clean. But even proximity has a price. 6. Deutsche Bank pays $150 million. After Epstein's 2008 conviction, most banks ran for the exit, but Deutsche Bank held the door open. Even as internal risk reports stacked up, DB kept him as a client. Eventually, regulators fined them $150 million. That sounds huge, until you realize DB's annual revenue is over $20 billion. That's like getting a $7 parking ticket for crashing a Ferrari into a police station. If banks don't enforce their own rules, who will? 7. Enforcement showed up late. SARS filed, warnings raised, signals flashing like Vegas, but law enforcement? They move slower than dial-up internet. Years passed before serious action was taken, which tells you everything. Power bends time. It's not that nobody knew, it's that nobody acted. So where did this power come from? 8. Reputation was his currency. Forget dollar signs. Epstein traded in access, dinner with billionaires, photos with presidents, private jets full of VIPs. He didn't just buy assets, he bought credibility. And in finance, credibility is a skeleton key. You can walk into any institution and be welcomed like royalty, as long as someone important is already shaking your hand. But how did he get his first big dollars? 9. Capital seeded by fraudulent routes. Early business dealings tie him to Towers Financial, one of the largest Ponzi schemes of its time, which means the seed money powering Epstein's empire may have been borrowed from stolen funds, not clean money gone dirty, dirty money gone global. It didn't just flow into hidden accounts, it built them. Offshore systems, shell firms, and private trusts didn't appear magically. They were financed. And that brings us to the final reveal. 10. Systemic failure or systemic design. Everyone frames the Epstein story like monsters slipped through the cracks, but maybe there were no cracks. Maybe the system isn't broken. Maybe it's working for the people it's meant to protect. Big banks approved him. Regulators moved slowly. Powerful friends legitimized him. When one man can route billions through the world's most respected banks with red flags waving in hurricane-force winds, that's not a failure, that's a blueprint. And that leaves us with one question. If this is what happens when we know about it, what's happening that we don't know about? If this cracked your idea of how elite finance works, hit subscribe, drop a comment on which bank shocked you the most, and share this with someone who still thinks the system keeps us safe. Because next episode, we're following another hidden money trail where cash whispers and institutions listen.